Hello and welcome everybody back to another stream of FTB1 Skies. Good gosh, am I loving this mod pack. I am having a great time. I find myself wanting to play constantly. I wonder if everyone else is enjoying their time as much as I am. Ran into a few bugs, but we've moved past them. Anybody playing on the latest update, be careful using ender leads. Using an ender lead seems to crash you. But I thought I would pick up inside of our beehive box to show that we got the ashy mining bee. He's in the dirt nest. So all we need to do is sleep and he should pop out. And that is one of the missing bees we've needed. It's taken a few tries. I've gotten a lot of leafcutter bees and carpenter bees. Haven't been getting the ashy mining bee, and we finally got him. Let's go ahead and grab the leafcutter, the carpenter, the ashy, and the sweet bee. Which I'm stoked that we got the ashy, because the ashy mining bee is used to get an iron bee, I believe, where it is ashy and crystalline. So let's go ahead and get some of these guys breeding. Gonna grab our... I think we have a really good... Yeah, this one. Just in case if it influences the stats. You never know. Iron bee. And the reason we need an iron bee is the iron bee can be used in breeding for the silver, the nickel, the radioactive, the osmium, the quartz enriched iron, the lead, the invar, the zinc, the steel bee. It's used for a lot. So let's go ahead and give this some flowers. Shouldn't be too hard here. So we're going to need to make a few iron bees, but I think we can breed iron bees together. Let's go ahead and double check here. The iron bee repairs anvils, flowers on block of iron, I don't think it breeds among itself. That's alright. The main reason we're trying to get to Botania bees, such as the mana steel bee. And the only way to get this is to throw a... Wait, where did it go? Oh, I gotta look at the spawn egg. An iron bee spawn egg in a mana pool. That's all we gotta do. Whether it has to be the spawn egg itself or whether it can be one in a cage, I don't know, but we'll get the iron bee up and running. I think we can make another hive here with the simulation core. Get it up and running. Let's grab one of our advanced hives and an expansion box. And throw it down here. I'll go ahead and throw in the simulation and then tell it to pull out. Now, I believe I've got speed in all of these, so we don't need to worry there, but let's get some more speed for this hive. I think we have the honeycombs. Definitely uses a lot of honeycombs. And soon this will be bred, and you know what? Why don't we take these speed and actually throw it in here for now? So we got one iron bee. And it should move a bit faster. I'll go ahead and throw the baby in here. And then we'll need to put an iron block in front. Perfect. I'm sure he'll grow up in time. But I wonder if I speed it up if he grows up faster. Might take a minute, but that's all right. I'm not sure if there's more bees we need from these hives, but just in case, I'm going to do some more honey treats in here. Just in case if there's some more bees we need. I like to try to keep as many processes going at a time as I can. The goal for today is quite a lot. I want to work on automation around the base, such as automating Botania, more Mekanism, more industrial foregoing. I want to get the mob farms up and going. But before we do any of that, we need to tackle power. To tackle the power issue in this mod pack, we are going to jump to gas burning generators. These bad boys in this pack generate a lot of power. So let's go ahead and make a pattern for them. But it's not just the pattern for the gas burning generator we're going to need. Because the generator, I guess it doesn't show it here, we have to feed it ethylene. For us to make ethylene in a pressurized reaction chamber, which we'll need a recipe for, we're going to need hydrogen and water, and then our biofuel. We're already producing biofuel, which is good, but the hydrogen is going to come from a electrolytic separator. So let's go ahead and throw that recipe up there as well. We're going to need some patterns. And we'll need the pressurized reaction chamber, as well as patterns for the dynamic tank and the chemical tank. And then we'll need an electrolytic separator. Now, down under the base, we are already bringing biofuel over here to the biogenerators, which I'm going to go ahead and get rid of because we do not need any of this. So I'm going to go to on when powered and let these burn themselves out. And we will take out all of the biofuel. Once this is done, we'll go ahead and make our next items. Gonna throw all these in here. And give me your biofuel. All of their energy should slowly be making its way to our induction casing, where we have 1 giga FE right now. Or 2.01. But let's tear these down once they burn through all of their bioethanol. While that is happening, we will start our electrolytic separator. Oh, why can't I craft it? Partial plan. What did I do wrong here? There we... Nope. Huh. Not sure why I can't send the craft. Let's make sure the AE system's on and powered. There is crafting CPUs available. I don't see what it thinks is missing. Let's make sure the pattern was made correctly. It should be working. I'm not 100% sure why it won't craft. Other than the electrolytic cores? Is there a problem with those? Gold dust and iron dust. Let's make sure our dusts are over here at our crushers. Gold dust, iron dust. I think the problem might be the compression cards on the gold ingots and iron ingots. So why don't we, I'm gonna come to our gold, our iron, and I'm going to take out the compression upgrades. Throw these back in. And then we will try now to craft our item. Ah, yep, that was our problem. Okay. So please make me an electrolytic separator. And I know already I'm going to need a few, so I'm just going to craft a couple more. And then we're going to need a pressurized reaction chamber. And we'll need a gas burning generator. I think we'll go with 2. We'll see if we produce enough ethylene to fuel 2 of them. Something we will need with these, however, because I'm going to store everything in the ME system, is some chemical storage cells. I'm not going to jump all the way up to Mega just yet. Why don't we just go for a 256? We'll see if it can make me one of these, or a couple of these. Then I'm curious if we have... Yeah, we don't have supercells. Only mega. I'm also going to need a recipe to store mana. So I'm going to make a pattern for... Oh, cell's done. I'm going to make a pattern for a 256 mana as well. And it needs Gaia spirits. Ooh, yeah, we're not there yet. But slowly and surely, we are making our way. So we'll go ahead and take our 2 chemical And I did move a bunch of drives up over here so that it's a bit cleaner storage. I will need our controllers. Eventually, the drives will all be somewhere over here in the same way we did this. We are just not there yet. Let's go ahead and finish building our controller. This is one of the designs I like to do. Definitely going to add to our passive power drain, but we are about to be generating a lot of power. So I am not too worried, and we have quite the backlog of power. So even if we're at a negative for a little bit, we'll be okay. Gonna go ahead and add the upper lip. And then a row down the middle. Right here. And I think here? No. Wait, how is this one getting powered? I'm confused, but it's getting... no, it's draining. Okay. But we can add the spikes down the back here. And I believe all I have to do to add this middle spike... Oh, chests have multiplied. Where's he at? What do we get? Villager hat. I believe what I can do is just take off that channel and put one here after... Nope, that's not right. I know how to do this. I just gotta remember. I think we'll just have an open core. Otherwise, what I have to do is lower this top. Run this to the middle. Not there, yep. And then I can run a spike down. I think we can change the top. To just be like this. Yeah, there we go. Everything should be interconnected now. Looks good to me. Let's come over to our mechanism area. Or, well, actually, first we need to come over here and add our water intake. So we're gonna need a bulk. Or no, it's just gonna have to be a fluid cell. Let me see here. How many bytes can we store in our current fluid cells? a decent amount. But I think we'll make mega ones. At least for fluids. We'll start with a 4 million mega. Or wait, since we can already craft 4, I think we actually want a 16 million. Or is it 64? Yeah, 64. We'll throw this in our ME system. And we will try to craft one. Uses a lot of resources. Ooh. This is going to take a minute. And we don't have a crafting CPU large enough. Which you'd think this one would be close, but... looks like our first recipes we need to make is better auto crafters. So what about a 16 mil crafter? That should then be able to handle anything we send at it. It's going to use a lot of our resources. So hopefully we have enough left after for the mega cell. External storage with fluid drawers may be able to hold more once you put in drawer upgrades. Yeah, if I really wanted to, I would actually use black hole tanks. But for now, I'm going to do it this way. But otherwise, we would use black hole tanks from industrial foregoing. Okay, this is going to take a minute. So why don't we work on other things in the meantime? Such as, let's place our gas burning generators. Start feeding them some of the resources they need. Are these drained yet? Still getting there. Was I not pulling power out of these? Oh my gosh, I never even had these pulling power out. The server's gonna lag while I'm doing this. I'm really sorry. Okay, there we go. While those are pulling out, let's go ahead and just put 2 gas burning generators here. Let's look at its layout. It just takes ethylene. Okay. We will come back to them. Holy cow, please let me out. Thank you. Our electrolytic separator and our pressurized reaction chamber are all going to come over to our mechanism area. Which, how do I want to do it? Let's get some cable. And we are actually going to go up. Just a bit. That should work. And we will pull a cable across. We'll need our electrolytic separator, our pressurized reaction chamber, let's grab a modular router, and I'm going to give it a bunch of upgrades. We're going to need a energy distributor module, sorry, and some energy upgrades. Oh, we don't have a plan for paper. So please give me some energy upgrades. And we will set these machines into here. So these should be getting power. I'm thinking of how I want to do this. I want to route everything through our... We're going to say auto eject out the back. Blue, cyan, purple. We'll try purple. I don't know if that'll take the cyan. But instead of a pattern provider, we're just going to put an interface out the back. And what I'm going to need is... Let me think here. There's something I want. Because I don't think this can auto pull. Yeah, so I have to push. That's okay. What I'll do is I'm going to come below it. And again, this is just because I want to route everything through the AE2 system. Just because I love it. And we're going to place a export bus. That will export water. I did tell this to eject out the back. Looks like it can't eject into the interface, so I am going to have to use a pipe here. Why is nothing letting me pull? Oh, you know why? Or no, I made the chemical storage. Do I need a gas storage instead? Isn't that what? Yeah, chemicals should be able to store it. Not sure. Unless, did I reach a channel limit? Nope. This is how I've done it in the past. Oh, I was on items. Oh my gosh. Hold up. Hold up. We may not need to use a pipe. Let's do this correctly. Gases auto eject on out the back. It won't let me choose both outputs. Well, then maybe we will use a pipe. Or we'll just go like this. And we will say, for our gases, output 1 out the back, output 2 out the top. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and get some upgrades in here. In both machines, such as energy, speed, muffle, and that should run now. And our crafting cell is getting there. For now, I'm just going to hook up a sink. We're going to come over here. And we're going to... Oh, you know what? We need some acceleration cards. Okay, we got some on us. We're going to give it a... oh, we need capacity too. Jeez, I need everything today. So we're going to go 1 capacity, 3 speed. And then upgrade our water output. Looking good. We do need to upgrade our energy. Till it is strong enough. Dude, there we go. 64. 64 should be enough, right? Holy cow, that's still not enough? Well, maybe we won't use a modular router for that. That's a lot of FE a tick. Yeah, it's doing 64,000 right now, and that's not enough. Glad to see I didn't die on my drive home. Yeah, funny enough, I ended up driving to my apartment, and then Kayla, my wife, told me to just spend the night here, and then I drove up super early this morning. So I drove all the way up, picked her up, went to see my grandma, which was another 30 minutes away, and then drove all the way back home. That was a lot. I've done a lot of driving the past couple days. But okay, so what we're gonna do is reset this, and eventually we'll add this to machines that it can handle the power for. We're going to need to attach a point directly to our separator. Yeah, we are we're back back in town. It only needs 40,000. Maybe I didn't get the ticks right. Okay, now we're keeping up. I must have messed up on my upgrades. But that's okay. So now we're getting hydrogen and oxygen. And then we'll need to come to this machine. I'm going to tell it to output out the back. And it is going to need let's actually check here. Hydrogen, water, and biofuel. So we will go ahead and set that up. We're going to need to tell it that items can come in the bottom. Fluids can come in the bottom. Oh, that's not the bottom. That's the back. Hold up. And gases can come in the bottom. Then we will add a capacity card and some speed. And we will say our hydrogen, which I believe I can go like this. Hydrogen. Water. Not where, water. And biofuel are all to come out here. I am going to have to remove one acceleration card to give it the crafting capability. But this will now produce ethylene. And I need to tell it that it can give its items auto eject out the back. Okay. So we are now producing the ethylene needed for the gas burning generators. Something we need to do is take our 16 million mega craft cell and throw that on our big boy. Wait for the network to boot. And now we should be able to craft our mega fluid cell. Which is going to take a bit of time. So we'll let that get running. Hopefully our water doesn't fill up too fast. I think I'll go ahead and lower the speed of water for a minute. And let's go hook up our gas burning generators. So these still have some power in them and some ethanol, but their time has come and passed. And I am just going to trash them all. Unless they have a use. Nope. We are going to get rid of the biogenerators. And then I'm not going to pipe the gas burners along this same line because it causes server lag. But what I am going to do along this line is place our generators that can be muffled. And I'm going to add individual plugs for each of these. And put them on pumpkin power. Then we're going to come to this interface. We're going to turn off the biofuel. And instead set this to export ethylene. Make sure it's stocked up. And then we'll tell this pipe to ignore that. And now we are running 72,000 FE a tick each. Holy cow. Surprised I can't put any efficiency upgrades in it, but we'll take it. We are now set on power for quite a while until we need to do bigger things. In the meantime, we now should be at a positive. Beautiful. Yeah, that is amazing how much power those give off. Eventually the base will be powered with a reactor. We're just not there yet. But what we do need to now add is processing for our pellets, our substrate. The substrate goes in a pressurized reaction chamber with oxygen and liquid ethylene to give HDPE pellets. So, to get liquid ethylene, in fact, what I'm going to do is this is all going to run via patterns. I don't want to make more than I need. I want to only produce exactly what I request. So we'll make a recipe for HDPE pellets and a recipe for liquid ethylene, which should be in a rotary condensator, I think. Let me just check. Yep. So let's make one of those. Hopefully it won't take too long here. I'm going to get myself another soda, because I do love my drinks. We're just waiting on glass, but the furnace is full of making everything for our liquid CPU. But it will catch up here soon enough. The rotary condensator will need a pattern provider. We are just going to produce unlimited amounts of hydrogen, oxygen, and ethylene. I don't see the need to limit these to crafting. But we should be climbing in ethylene, so that we shouldn't be using all of it, I don't think. Maybe we are. Maybe we only have enough for one at the moment. Yeah, looks like we need to produce more ethylene. So why don't we set up to produce some more? So yeah, this is fine. We should be getting an excess of hydrogen. Oh yeah, major excess. So we're gonna need a few pressurized reaction chambers. We'll let those craft up. And we'll have two of them producing ethylene. Let Let me check our channel count. Only at 19. We're still going strong. And I think everything's waiting on glass at the moment. So as soon as this finishes, it's got 350 more to go. We will be golden. Gonna harvest some more living wood. As well as check on our bees that we made. We got carpenter, some chocolate mining, a gold bee, a sweet bee, and a crystalline bee. As well as we should have 2 more iron bees. Let them grow up. This should almost be caught up. Looks like it needs to smelt the silicon first, too. So why don't we come into our quest chains, grab a couple of these. We'll need a solar neutron activator, which does require HDPE sheets, which we are making. These are going to be processing patterns. I need to keep those separate. But we can put the recipe for this in the machine, as well as we are going to use the enrichment chamber because you get more sheets per pellets that way. And then the other pattern will go in our crafting system. We are going to have a pressurized reaction chamber, pressurized reaction chamber. This will be the one that will make our HDPE pellets. How many channels am I at on this? 6 of 8? Okay, well, we can keep going a bit more here. So that will be, so we're 6 of 8 with this. I'm going to need another pattern provider. Oh geez, yeah, that's right. Everything's gotta cook up. Oh, you know what? Let me actually remove this. And plan ahead here. So what I'm gonna do is, so this should have room for 1 more, and then the rest are gonna go on a new system. So I'm gonna take some cable anchors, some dense cable, some normal cable. We're gonna need a P2P tunnel, as well as a memory card. And we will come up right here. So we're gonna need cable anchors. And we will pull out a P2P. Looks like this one's available. and then run a dense cable up here. Do some fancy cable routing really fast. And I'm not even going to use the modular router. Over here, at least. But we need to produce more ethylene, so let's get our pressurized reaction chamber. This one. Our configuration card. And copy that one, paste it here. Oh, my cat's interrupting me. And we will do the exact same thing with this one to produce ethylene. Where all we should have to put in is biofuel, hydrogen, water. And we need a crafting capacity, 2 accelerators. And we will grab hydrogen, water, and biofuel. And for those curious, I am telling it round robin mode so it tries to export everything once instead of trying to export one item at a time. This will need power. Come on. So we'll actually just come to the side. What is going on, kitty? So this should now be producing ethylene. We do need to give it some upgrades, however. So we'll grab our muffles, our energy, and our speed. And throw these in here. Then we will get down our... I guess I didn't need these cable anchors. But we will put down another pressurized reaction chamber. Right here. Give it some upgrades. And this one will just run off of a pattern interface, being told that it's... We're going to clear all... So we'll leave energy, but we'll clear all of these. And we will say you will input output the back for items. Input the back for fluids. And input output the back for gases. I do want to make sure auto eject is on all of these. And it will receive the pattern for the HDPE pellet. And then we need our rotary condensator. We are going to have to edit a few things here. And it will receive the following pattern for liquid ethylene. And we do want to go from gas to liquid. And then it should need some upgrades as well. Same 3 of muffle, energy, and speed. So now the question is, if we request an HDPE sheet, will it work? Please work. Oh, and there it is. It worked, which means we can craft the solar neutron activator. Boom. Quest complete. Beautiful. We are going to need a thermal evaporation chamber. 2 of them, to be precise, to go from water to brine and brine to lithium. Which means we will need 1 controller to start. Because then the quest will give us some of the items we also need. Let's see, does it give me a second controller in the quest? It does not. So let's actually request 2 evaporation controllers. Oh, and you know what? We got to take more compression cards out. So I'm just going to grab our copper, our sand, our cobble, our gravel, and our oak log, and we're gonna take the compression cards out of all of these, because apparently it breaks auto crafting. Okay, those are all good. And then we do need to cycle our items, since a bunch of items just got put into the wrong cells. So we'll throw them in our MEIO port. And we should be good. So now there's not compression on any of these. So can you now craft me 2? Perfect. Something we'll have to automate some create stuff soon. But this mechanism, it's really good to just get it out of the way. So that's why we are focusing pretty hard on it. We'll go ahead and claim our evaporation chamber quest rewards. And we are going to need a recipe for the valves. Oop, not the dissolution chamber. And I'm going to need 3 more valves. And we're going to need a bunch of evaporation blocks. As well as we'll need to craft the recipes. Here, let's clean up our inventory a little bit. We're going to need recipes for the advanced solar generators. So we'll go ahead and craft these. Because we are going to need 8 of them to speed up the process of our evaporation chambers. And I am curious how much power these generate. So maybe once a couple of them are crafted, we'll take a look at that as well. It's slowly getting there. Still crafting the mega fluid. Takes time, but it's getting there. So I want to see how much one of these generates. Yeah, these are 152 FE a tick. You look at that. But we will need 8 of these. And I'm going to set up our thermal evaporation chambers just over here. So we will go 1, 2, 3. And I believe it's a 4x4 structure. So I'm actually going to bring it one more over. And we won't go too high with it right now. Just enough to do our processing. I can't remember if it's a... I'm pretty sure it's a 4x4. Maybe it's a 3x3, now that I'm, like, thinking about it. We'll go a little higher. Yeah, okay, we just had to go higher. And then I'll add one more layer with solar panels. Looks good. We'll go ahead and build another one. Which looks like I might have enough. I thought 100 was plenty, but it's looking like it's barely gonna be enough. Yep, we're gonna need 4 more. And add more solar panels. And currently, our temperature's climbing in both of them, which is good. And over here, we will place a sink. And then we're about to have to make a bunch of recipes. Because the pipes mod in other packs sometimes has an issue where it disconnects from thermal evaporation chambers. So what I want to do with that is use the actual mechanism pipes themselves. So we need mechanical pipes. These should be the fluid. Yep. And I want ultimate versions. I don't even care about the other versions. So we're going to go all the way to ultimate, which means we need to craft every tier. We should be able to request ultimate mechanical pipes now. Has to go through quite the processing chain. But here they come. And we're gonna need our morphing tool configurator set to fluids. And we want to tell it to pull out. That should fill this with water. And then I'm going to just immediately turn brine to lithium right now. We don't have enough heat. But during the day, we should. Yeah, temperature's climbing. It's producing. We're making lithium. And our lithium... I kind of want to store some brine and store some lithium, now that I'm thinking about it. Well, let's go ahead and store our lithium. That should be coming into the system. And it's processing as fast as we're getting it. So if I want to store brine, I'm gonna make a whole nother evaporator for it. But now that we're storing liquid lithium, we have the capability of producing tritium, which is used to make DT fuel, which is used then to make... Oh, DT fuel is used for the super generator. So we're just going to store the lithium, which can be turned into lithium dust. And the lithium dust is what we need for the induction cells. It's what we need for... yeah, pretty much that, the induction cells. So we'll store lithium for a while, and once we have a good backlog, we'll produce tritium. In fact, I'm going to perhaps... oh, that's items. Gas, yeah, gas is perfect. Why don't we just have it producing some tritium already? To get us started on our path towards eventual super reactor. A fusion reactor. We're gonna build a fission reactor first, so eventually we'll need this. And I can't do it the export bus way unless I also here. And then we need our liquid lithium. Oh wait, this only works with gases. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm wrong here. Well, this is set up for once we're ready for it. In fact, we might just make a pattern system instead. So let me go ahead and make a pattern provider, and then a pattern for this machine. So if we get our solar neutron activator, and come to our pattern screen, we should be able to say you can make tritium and you can make polonium. And now we do need to come back to the side config and set it to input, output, out the back. Beautiful. Our rotary condensator. This is our gas to liquid one. We're going to want a second one to go from gas, or from liquid to gas. So let me get another condensator. Throw it down here. Come to the side config and clear it all. And just say input, output, out the back. And our pattern provider we're waiting on because I think we are producing other things at the moment. But we're almost done. It's just got 900 to go through. And then we'll be golden. We'll put down the pattern provider, and why don't we make some of the patterns of decondensating. And we want specifically right now liquid lithium to lithium gas. store that. And we're just waiting on these machines. So why don't we speed them up just a little bit? I don't think it really works with these, actually. Never mind. Yeah, it doesn't work. We'll have to use this on other machines. We do need to expand our circuit production. Or processor production. Right now, we're just running on one processor for each type. But we can improve that later. Right now, I just want to finish this last pattern. But we gotta wait for this to finish. While that finishes, I'm gonna come over here and check on our mana. See if we hopefully have enough to make a Terrasteel. Because I have wasted so many items because I did not have enough mana for the Terrasteel. Should be enough. And there we go, our first Terrasteel ingot. Which is fantastic. Gonna go ahead and get some more living logs being produced. Eventually, we will hook all of this up to be automated with applied energistics. It's just not the focus at the moment. Let's see, how close are we? 400 to go. I'm going to work on our material generators. And upgrade these. Okay, that one's done. That one's done. And that one's done. Now we just need to upgrade their speed, which we can do with diamond blocks and obsidian. Oh, not what I meant to do. Throw these on the pedestals and throw these in to be upgraded. Okay, this one's done. And done. And done. Perfect. These are going to come over to these pedestals where we will produce more resources. Right now we got sandstone, cobble, gravel. We're going to eventually have all of the possible material gens. But I have to craft the bulk item cells for them. And right now we're using all our resources for this mega fluid. So we will have to do that later. Should be almost done. 50 to go. Let's check on our how much mana is in the pools now. Yeah, pretty much empty. So let's refill this with some coal. So that we are still getting mana. And then this should finish any second. There is our mega fluid storage cell and our pattern provider. I'm going to throw the pattern provider here. And then I believe we need to upgrade this machine. So why don't we get that done? Don't want to leave anything unfinished. We'll get our muffling, our energy, and our speed. And is there any upgrades this one can take? No, there is not. But now, if we come in here to our tritium, we should be able to craft a bucket. So this should concentrate. Oh, we need to toggle direction. And this is getting the lithium. Needs to be daytime. And is converting it to tritium. So that is all working. Our mechanism setup has increased another tier, which is fantastic. Next, we want to work on eventually producing fissile fuel, which is going to be processing uranium. But we're not there yet. And with Mekanism fully automated up, our power generation upgraded, and on our way to bigger and better projects, we're going to end by taking our mega fluid storage cell and pulling these out. Or, well, I guess that one has to stay in. And feeding this in. Should work here. Just gotta wait for it to finish. But these should fill up here. And there we go. It is caught up. Eventually, we'll hook up black hole tanks for water and such. But for now, we don't quite need them. So folks, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you so much for watching. And if you had a good time, be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.